I think you need to make sure you are friendly to everyone at the table, nice to everyone at the table, and you want to provide a good experience for everyone. And while, I'm not even going to say, like, if you think that you can be the selfish one and be very quiet and very focused, and you think talking may give up some tiny bit of equity, it may. However, at the same time, you're helping the game long run. And if the game dies because it's boring and not fun for amateurs, then whatever equity you gain will be squandered in the future and not realized in the future. So be nice, be friendly to everyone, don't be a jerk, and try to make people have a good time. Because if people have a good time, they'll come back, win or lose. Whereas if people have a horrible time and they lose, they're much less likely to come back. So just keep that in mind.
Yes, it's got to be confusing. Nothing bad.
Yeah, I'm Matt too when we order food because he orders food first. And Matt number 2.
We're playing in the 1500 today?
Yes.
Thank you. Change?
Thank you. Should have wrote that you should cash more in here.
What's
You've
that?
got to be luckier.
Yeah.
I can't help you guys with that.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, well, I'm on it.
Do it. I'm going to win it too.
I'm playing the 235 right now.
235.
Yeah, but he improved my game tremendously. Since you're here, I'm gonna get this.
All right.
Fuck it. Let me go get my camera. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take a picture of that. I'll take a picture. Yeah. Okay. Let me go get my.
Okay, go get it.
Here we are on the rail for Shannon Shore and Ryan LaPlante. Let's go. In the 1500, half no limit, half PLO.
Fired up.
They're so excited. Here I am on the dinner break of the $1,500 event. Yesterday I played a turbo $1,000 event. I lost with ace-9 against ace-4 right off the bat. We got it all in. I did not win. And today, everything's going pretty great. I've actually done quite poorly in all ends, but I've won every small pot. I don't think I've seen a showdown yet, and I just keep winning all the small pots. Actually, there were 2 hands back-to-back where this guy, he got it all in drawing to a flush draw, and another guy had a flush draw, and I had an overpair. I lost that one. I posted this on Share My Pair. And then a few hands later, there was a spot where this same guy, relatively splashy, raised the button, or no, the cutoff. Small blind, kind of a tightish guy called. I called the big blind with ace-10 suited. It comes ace-jack-10, no suits. We check to the initial raiser who bet 2,500 into about a 3,500 pot. The small blind folded, I called the big blind with top and bottom pair. Turn was a jack, so not a good card at all. I check, he checks behind, river's an 8. I bet 500 into a 10,000 pot. Is that right? I bet 5,000 about a 7,500 pot. Maybe a little bit more. It's a reasonable spot when you're out of position to bet about 1 big blind with all of your hands that have about 55% equity plus a few bluffs. There aren't very many bluffs here at all. Maybe random hands like King X with backdoor flush draws or Queen X with backdoor flush draws. Anyway, I'd like to bet some of those tiny. So I do bet 500, and he instantly made it 3,500. And this guy was kind of splashy. I thought the instant raise could very easily be him trying to level me to look very weak. or to try to look strong, being weak. I don't really know what he's weak with, though. It's kind of a weird spot. So I decided to call 3,500. He showed up with pocket eights. So 2 hands back-to-back, he rivered me nicely. One time he was all in with a flush draw, and obviously you pay the maximum in that spot because he's all in. And this time, maybe I could have folded, but I didn't. But anyway, after that, I ended up winning a decent amount of hands. I'm actually playing with 2 relatively chatty people. One guy's Stan from, well, I guess he's from Arizona now, but Arizona/Pennsylvania, who's a very nice guy. And another Englishman who's here. He says he's just here to play a few tournaments. Seems like a nice guy, and basically talking about how the generation of poker players who were very quiet and didn't really say anything and wore their sunglasses and their headphones. I was one of them. How that generation perhaps ruined poker to some extent. Not because they were good at poker, but because they made poker not fun. And I generally agree with that at this point. You will find that most of at least a decent amount of the best players are capable of having a conversation at the poker table, and they're jovial and friendly and nice. And they're not being incredibly antisocial. And I hope that generation is over as well. I think you need to make sure you are friendly to everyone at the table, nice to everyone at the table, and you want to provide a good experience for everyone. And while, I'm not even going to say, like, if you think that you can be the selfish one and be very quiet and very focused, and you think talking may give up some tiny bit of equity, it may. However, at the same time, you're helping the game long run. And if the game dies because it's boring and not fun for amateurs, then whatever equity you gain will be squandered in the future and not realized in the future. So be nice, be friendly to everyone, don't be a jerk, and try to make people have a good time. Because if people have a good time, they'll come back, win or lose. Whereas if people have a horrible time and they lose, they're much less likely to come back. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, it's going great. I have about 4 starting stacks on dinner break. We're having All-American Dave. There it is. That's salmon. And behind me back there, Shannon Short is playing a final table. Oh, Jesse Yaganuma, best PLO player in the world. What do you want to say to the? Come here. What do you want to say to the fans?
The fans?
You've been in my video blog 3 or 4 times now.
I have.
Yeah, you don't even know this.
Well, hi everybody.
What do you want to say?
Well, World Series is winding down, but I hope everybody has good luck the rest of the way, and
The main event's coming up. We want good luck then.
we do want good luck in that.
I made day 2 of the $1,500. Again, we've been making lots of deep runs. That kid got me really good with a straight against my team here, but that's okay. We made day 2 with about average chips. Hopefully we can finally catch some fire and run hot.
Good morning, Jonathan. Thanks for having this breakfast with the Float the Turn members.
This is Albert Hart. He makes all of the programs. Yes, he's in charge. Hello, hello, hello. Cheers, cheers. All the coffee in the morning.
Thank you, Jonathan.
You're welcome. Thank you. One's talking business.
Max got. I'm gonna.
You can talk to me. What do you want to say?
I was saying Max Rabinovich just got into town. He played the Raz yesterday. He arrived. Griffin finally putting some of that $1 million he won or whatever into play by backing Max in the Raz. So it's exciting.
Holla. Here we are on the bubble in the $1,500 buy-in tournament. You can't really see it. We're one person away. We may get there if we're lucky. I probably won't lose my mind. Unless...
Congratulations, players. You're all in the money.
Oh, we did it. I can't lose my mind anymore.
All right, players.
Now we'll battle. Here we are at the 50K horse final table. Everyone is watching. Although, it's kind of hard to see. Well, here we are again, the end of another day 1. We had a pretty fun table towards the end of the day. Actually, had a lot of fun tables earlier in the day. We ended up having about 25 big blinds going into day 2 with about 35%
so
of the field
lucky.
remaining. So still quite a long way to go. There's Matt Affleck excelling No Limit Hold'em author. The most fun thing of the day was a player from Australia who kept referring to the King 3 suited as Scarface because it'll leave a scar all over your face. And he called 2 different all-ins with King 3. Both times he won. And maybe I'll start playing the King 3 at some point. Anyway, day 2's tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. So I had an absolutely crazy beginning to day 2 of the $3,000 tournament. I found Ace-King against Ace-8 on like the 3rd hand of the day and doubled up. Then I found Queens against Pocket 7s and doubled up. And just like that, I was above average. However, then, it's okay. Door opened up. Then I lost every single hand. There was one particularly tough one where I had King Queen. I raised, someone 3-bet, I called. It came like Queen 6-2. I check, they bet, I called. Turn was a 3rd heart. I had no heart. I checked, he bet kind of big, and I decided to call, leaving myself about 20,000, which was about 12 big blinds. On the river, it went check, check, and he had pocket aces. So I don't think I was folding that river. It was an aggressive kid, and luckily I had 20 or 12 big blinds left. Then I won 2 flips. I had King Jack against Ace 10 suited. It's not really a flip, but I won it. Then I had Pocket 10s against Ace Jack. So again, I'm right at a little bit above average with about 17% of the field left, with about 15% of the field getting paid. So we have to outlast a few more people. That's not really the goal though. At this point we actually have a decent stack, and we are going to try to win the tournament. Here we are on the bubble of the $3,000 tournament. There's Neil Negreanu. Oh, hello. I was really just watching you getting filmed.
That's Jonathan Little.
He doesn't care.
He's the guy that had the dream that he was complaining about the thing I told her Raz. I talked about it this morning. That's him right there. And
I'm there.
we argued about it again today, even though it's never actually happened. It's just a dream.
I don't know why you do that with 2s.
Huh?
I can't believe you did that with the 2s.
I didn't. This never happened. It wasn't even a thing. It was from a dream. And he's still stubborn.
I don't know why he did it, but he did it.
I didn't.
And then he forgot.
They will chop the prize money.
We're hand for hand.
We're 1 player away. Dealers, if you have an all-in call, please.
Me and Dietrich both cash a lot, just like Alan Kessler.
Table your hand until your instructions to. Players, I ask that you stay in your seats during the
There's
hand
Harrison, he's
process.
been mashing us.
If you need to leave the
That guy got me
tournament
with
area, that's
7s
okay.
versus
Just
kings,
exit the whole area.
and we're relegated to this.
Dealers, deal 1 hand.
This is
please.
depressing.
Spade draw with the kings though. He hits the spades on the river. Or excuse me, full house, 10s, 4s. All right, he has covered everybody. Congratulations, you're all in the money.